guys, and this bass that I'm demonstrating today is the Xotic XP-1T. I'm just going to play a head melody and I'll boost the mid for this. I'm in active mode, I've got the master tone down. So anyway, you get the idea. So yeah, what you just heard is me just warming up on the XP-1T by this is an Xotic bass, and this one is virtually brand new. I mean, it's an X-Display instrument that I got from my partner store in Tokyo here, and I've got it up on eBay now. Great instrument, really nicely made, alder body, maple neck, Indian rosewood fretboard, custom Xotic pickups, the custom Xotic preamp, which is really nice. You've got a mid switch here, which is on. You've got a bright switch here, which is off at the moment. Up is on, down is off. Of course, volume, master tone as well, and the volume part as well, if you lift it up, becomes passive. So what I thought I'd do is just show you the EQ to start with. You just heard me soloing around there after I'd played the bass line with the bass boosted a bit and the master tone right down in active mode, and then so you get this nice rich tone. Which is beautiful for, you know, and you've got the throaty depth of the P bass sound, which is nice, and classic materials, so it sounds like a classic P bass. When it's in passive mode, it sounds like this with the tone rolled off. Active mode. Passive mode with the tone right up. Active mode with the tone right up. So there's a vast array of tonal possibilities there. And then when I went into the solo to play the melody line there, I had the tone right down, but I boosted the mid, and I boosted the mid and had the bass at notch. So you get which is nice. And then if you boost the treble, you get quite a lot of variety. What I'll do is I'll just put the master tone midway, and I'll demonstrate the mid. I'll demonstrate each part on a chord. That's your mid tone. Now I'll do treble. do bass. And there you go. So there's a lot of variety there that you can get, and then you've got the mid switch too here, which is basically when you have the mid activated, it'll boost the mid. When the mid isn't activated, it won't. So essentially you can switch the mid off and then just call it up when you want to. This is very, very useful when you solo. You know, we've got the difference between that and this. Etc. You got that. It's very, very useful. And then similarly, the bright switch as well, I think, does the same for the treble EQ. Although I can't really hear that so distinctly. I think it's much more subtle, the bright switch. The mid switch is more defined. But that just gives it a little bit of lift where you want a little bit of air, so to speak. So so it's fantastic, and you know, for slap. It's wicked. Dial the mid up. It's fantastic, and the treble. You know. Yeah. And then if you boost it, if you turn on the mid switch, get that. This is with it off. On. And if I boost the mid all the way. Ooh! And then if I turn that off again, just to demonstrate. On. Yep, it's awesome. So you've got a very, very, very versatile P bass, which has all the characteristics of a traditional P bass, but then it's got the modern preamp on board it too. So, you know, when you're in passive mode, you've got a traditional P bass sound, and it sounds like a traditional P bass, and it has a very natural, throaty sound. And then you activate the preamp, and you've got all of these other possibilities. It's a beautiful, beautiful instrument. It's very well thought out. Construction wise, my opinion of this is just my personal opinion, having played many other basses. Personally, I think for this kind of money, yeah, the neck is great. It is great. It's a compound radius as far as I can tell. It starts at a thin U, goes up to a thin D, which is very comfortable. The woods are great quality. Really beautiful rosewood on here. I do find, though, that the attention to detail on this for an instrument of this price on the fretboard, I have seen better from other builders, to be quite honest, in this price range in the handmade market. mean, it's still very good and everything, but there are just some little minor details that I don't know. I'm a fussy bastard, and you know, I've seen other instruments which are handmade as well, with better neck finishes, better fretboard finishes than this. I'm not saying the neck is a better finish, but I've seen the definitely better fretboard finishes than this. Fretwork's it's nice and tidy. It's well rounded and finished. Although again, I have seen better on instruments of, I'm not going to name any names, but I've seen better fretwork on other instruments that are in a slightly cheaper price bracket actually, but are still handmade. Having said that though, I mean, that's a minor thing that I don't think it's really going to bother anyone that much. You have to look pretty closely to notice these small things I'm talking about. Like I said, I'm a fussy bastard, so hardware is excellent, beautiful, lightweight Goto tuning heads. Goto, what am I talking about? Hip shot tuning heads, are lightweight there. Bridge, Goto A style, great bridge. I'm going to change the strings on this before I ship it out, because I don't think I don't like these strings that are on it now. I don't know what they are, but they feel a little bit, I don't know how to describe it, but I'm used to elixirs which have the nano web coating, and these just feel a bit sticky. It's the only word I can think of. Not that they've got something on them. Nobody's spilt any honey on them or something like that. Or but yeah, I just don't feel as comfortable. Maybe that's because I'm just used to nano webs. And also these are tapered. These strings are tapered on the E, A, and D string, and that's not really sitting very well in the bridge, as far as I can see. So I'm inclined to change these strings up for something else before it ships out, or when it ships out. I don't know, and somebody else might know what these are. I tried looking up. My partner at the shop didn't know what it was strung with either, which is a bit silly. He said he thought they might be Dean Markleys, but they have a cream wind on them. It's funny that I don't know why they strung it with these. I don't think they're not the elixir strings. I'm pretty sure of that. So I don't know why it's been strung with these, but it struck me as a little bit of a, I don't know, just not my thing, these strings. But anyway, apart from that, things that I really love about this, I noticed the detail on the headstock. It's just really nicely rounded, and the shape of it as well is this kind of rather streamlined, elongated headstock. Looks a bit like the Bacchus headstock, but it's pointing down a bit more, and it's elongated. It's a little bit thinner and smaller actually, and also the body shape as well. You know, it's not your traditional P-bass shape. It's got slightly smaller horns on it, and they're a little bit thinner. So balances very nicely. It's great. It is a fantastic instrument, no doubt. It feels very comfortable to play, and I think it sounds absolutely awesome. So top notch there on the circuit, and the pickups are gorgeous with the, I think these are coated in rosewood or pal ferro. I'm not sure. It's one or the other though, I think. Might even, no, it's not walnut. Anyway, whatever it is, it's very nice. They look gorgeous. Ta-da! Yeah, wood-coated pickups. Wood-covered, I should say, coated. don't know what's the matter with my brain today, but anyway, there you go. So this is the Xotic XP-1T in Sherwood Green X-Display model. And Xotic, as you might know, were established in California, I believe it is, in the mid-90s, and they're a very well-known brand for their, among professional players, for their excellent builds, great sound, and also their pedals, filters and stuff are also very widely respected on the market, in case you hadn't heard of Xotic before. So I would check those out too if I were you. I may well be approaching Xotic to see if I can get a if I can actually deal them officially. But at the moment, this one is just in from my partner store. So that's it. The Xotic XP-1T, now listed on eBay. A fantastic instrument for the professional player.